Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you some more BSL action. We are at the very end of the Asian Championships. We are in the winner bracket finals. In fact, this is going to be a best of 5, and it's going to be Zerg vs. Zerg, a match we don't get to see as much on this casting channel. So hope that you do stay along and enjoy this with me. The games will probably be fast and furious. We have up here in the top right, XiaoShuai. This is the guy that knocked Zhanhun down into the loser's bracket. So definitely some strong play coming out of him. And then his opponent down here, it is none other than DuGu, who was able to knock Miyu down into that loser bracket. So, you know, those are kind of the two big favorites of the Chinese scene. To see them upset by these Zergs definitely says something about the Zerg skill. They both definitely did play aggressively to get those victories, and we'll see how that pans out in Zerg vs. Zerg. I tend to find that the more aggressive Zerg players tend to excel at Zerg vs. Zerg a bit more, right? It's very micro-based, it's very aggression-based. It's one of the only matchups where the attacker actually has the advantage, right? Like, defender's advantage is such a big part of RTS games. It's such an important, integral part, in fact, and ZvZ turns that on its head. You know, if you're like microing your lings in your opponent's base, even though they have like more units there, you actually are the one that has the advantage because you can do things like snipe drones and get huge advantages through that. So yeah, a lot of attacking, very low econ, should be fun. XiaoShuai, I'm gonna go ahead and go hatchery first, but so is DuGu. So we have mirrored builds to open here. Definitely can lead to a slightly longer Zerg vs. Zerg, you know, the two bases. We're going to have to see if anyone wants to go for mass speedlings or anything like that, right? Like, that's kind of what you're looking at here. Eventually, you're going to have speedlings out on both sides without any doubt. But is someone going to commit heavily into those speedlings? Is someone going to take a more defensive stance, maybe even with a sunken colony, trying to get up to those mutalisks a little bit quicker? Well, obviously, we can't tell right now. Right now, it's just about droning, getting that gas up, getting that pool up, and moving forward with the game. But yeah, while we kind of wait for this ZvZ, because it's kind of reminding me of StarCraft 2 ZvZ, right? Where you're just looking at the production tab here. Yeah, I want to thank you guys for joining me here at ArtosisCasts. Please do subscribe and hit that notification button. Right now in life, just kind of getting settled in Canada, and also have just started casting the new ASL season with Tasteless. So you can definitely check that out. The first upload should be going up pretty soon for that ASL brand new season 14. So hope you guys will enjoy that as well, right alongside this casting channel. Now, layers getting started at both locations. Zerglings on both sides. 6 against 4 Zerglings being produced at the moment. And we already see XiaoShuai is the one that is deciding to throw down a creep colony. So this is going to be a sunken to help shore up his defenses. One sunken is worth a lot of Zerglings. But obviously it costs a lot, right? It's a drone and then 75 and then another 50 for that morph. But, you know, it's got its base armor. It 2-shots lings. Very, very useful. Now, let's see here. Speed is being researched by DuGu. He's going for a few more drones. He does have his speedlings, or, well, they aren't speedlings yet, but he has his lings kind of going up the map. The Overlord taking a look at this layout. And, in fact, he's droning pretty heavily. Honestly, looking at this position, I like DuGu's spot slightly more, but XiaoShuai sees what's going on, right? Like, he sees that drones are popping as opposed to more Zerglings. So he's got this sunken, but honestly, he's spent more on ground units so far than and ground defense than DuGu. Now, DuGu throws down the Spire, but is also going speedlings. So we may see heavy speedling production, possibly even from both sides. But XiaoShuai going to go ahead and throw down an additional gas. So obviously looking to really build up that mutalisk count, but you got to make sure you don't die to the lings. So still more Zerglings being created. I don't believe we actually, yeah, we do not have a Zergling speed here for XiaoShuai. So that's kind of a big deal. You know, speedlings just connect so much better than slowlings, and also there's no real chance of counterattack if you do not have the speed upgrade. So just a couple things where DuGu might be slightly ahead. Spire's going to be finishing here shortly. Both sides going for mass gas. And you can see there is that 100 gas difference because of the no speed upgrade here for XiaoShuai. Now, XiaoShuai is going to try to go and attack across the map, but this doesn't make too much sense because his lings are slow. And like I said, you don't have much counterattack potential. Now, look at these speedlings. They run around. Drones have to be pulled and block this. I think that this was a rather large mistake, to be honest. The lings, they attack the drones for a second, then just run by. Look at this. This is going to be insane damage. Whereas these are so much slower to get in, the mutas are going to be out as they're getting here. So that's going to be a big, big issue. Oh my god, the Spire is going to be popped. That's insanity. These lings fighting a little bit. Let's take a look how much drone damage can actually occur. DuGu definitely losing a little bit. Mutas coming out here to try to deal with DuGu's lings, but these are going to be the only mutas that we see from XiaoShuai. He's going to have to make an evolution shaper. We see a Spire getting started up once again. But look, the Spire doesn't die over here. Like, dude, slow lings, after the first, like, minute and a half of the game, slow lings are terrible. Okay? they're garbage, and you can see this reflected perfectly. Like, no Spire killed. Yeah, he's down 3 drones. Who cares? He's still got a Spire. His lings are fast. Much better things. Now, they're actually just passing up each other to go for some aggression. These mutas coming down, going after the drones immediately. So DuGu's drone count is getting extremely low. We do not have an evolution chamber. And in fact, oh my god, DuGu turns around now, realizing he's taking too much damage. He's gonna lose his own Spire. Or is he? Gets on top of these mutas before everything goes south, but getting some great connections. So a huge mutalisk advantage here for DuGu as he flies across the map. He is down in drones slightly, but is droning up once again. The Spire finishes up finally here for XiaoShuai. 4 mutas going to be created, trying to keep these ones alive until the others are out to help. Oh, huge volley right there. In fact, getting a couple of those moving shots. Going to take down a few drones at least here. So evening up that drone count quite a bit. Oh my god, actually taking a drone lead now. DuGu definitely starting to dominate a little bit in this game. In fact, getting on top of these mutas a little bit. The other ones pop out. He actually has some Scourge connections as well. And honestly, this is feeling like it is going directly to DuGu in this game. He's still got 6 mutas in here fighting against 2. Yeah, they've got some damage on him, but who cares? He is microing like a beast and takes those mutas down. Actually turns around now. There are some Scourge coming in with this single muta, but honestly, he can turn around and fight this as well. Sometimes it can be a little bit hard to see how much. And look at that, DuGu with a lot more mutas coming up. As these mutas get up there, that is going to be game. There is not going to be coming back for XiaoShuai here. He just doesn't have enough. Look at this, doubled in supply. And I think a lot of this comes down to speedlings versus no speedlings, to be honest. XiaoShuai with his counterattack going after the Spire. Almost had something going on there, but not enough. GG. Game 1 goes to DuGu.